You,
but honestly, you don't really need it.
well,
I mean,
that's the
Joseph,
thing.
I mean, Joseph's a nobody. What gives him the right to like start gathering people and asking questions like he's a confident? You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's not going to accomplish anything. It's just called exposure. He wants to expose. Okay, let's expose. Fuck this, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if he wants to expose it, he can expose you and me. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Oh, let me tell her. I invited her. If you want to, it's if you want to. If you want to, is not is not is not mandatory. Yeah, if you want to only. If you want to, but it's you know that's you got to go with your gut feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told her you got to go with your intuition. Intuition. It's it. Yeah. It's it to let her know. So yeah, man, yeah. All it is, he just want to expose me to bring me down. So what I want to do, just bring facts. That's all I want to do. Just bring facts, so I can fuck him over
Yeah.
somehow. Uh-huh.
Let's be logical.
Uh-huh.
If you say you're not logical, so might as well be logical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want because he gonna bring some big gun dumpster fire than it already is. He said he didn't want this debate to turn into a dumpster fire than it already is. Oh man, Marky,
Well,
I'm just bringing you. That's it.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like I
Okay.
said,
Mark then.
if it doesn't turn out the way we want, or I mean,
Only.
just click. That's
And
it.
me only.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody's gonna listen to
Mm-hmm.
your shit anyway. So
Yes. Yes. See?
much nobody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we bring the nobody. Yeah. Cause you know me, I'm Mark. I'm all about get even, Get even and get with it. Especially when it come to some you know, red hair white boy dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, what do you call that? Ginger. Yeah, ginger.
Yeah, ginger, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's ginger.
Mm-hmm. And he
Well,
don't know.
I'm on my way to court.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Did you bring your charger? Are you ready to go with this?
Um, yeah. I'm like about. I'm gonna pick up my daughter first, and then because we ain't didn't respond to my messages, so I'm just gonna pick up my daughter first and go straight to the courthouse, and we can hang out with Santa for 2 hours.
Oh, today's your daughter day, right? To be with you, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just a quick visit, like for a few hours, and then Being wants me to drop her off at near her place. I'm like, no, not doing it.
Because you have protection order. Well, that
Yeah,
protection order is
protection order.
invalid.
Yeah, same thing, restraining order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I like to keep you company. You know. Mm-hmm. I don't know why today I got so excited. I forgot about your course. I just called you. Now suddenly there it is. It's like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. You get anything from the lawyer?
From where?
Do you pick up anything from the lawyer
Oh,
at the moment?
Unimetric update me. The lawyer gonna throw a lot of stuff, and then the judge going to throw it out. A lot of stuff because it's not related
Oh,
to the child issue.
interesting.
Hmm. But regardless,
Yeah.
this is what
Yeah.
the Unimetric is saying. But at the same time, the Unimetric saying that don't mean we be confident or complacent, because this is a high potential probability it perceive.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my eyes are not twitching,
Hmm.
so nothing bad can happen.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, if I watch the bad reality where you didn't go, you lose your daughter, again dancing and hopping for joy. But thank God you choose to fight, because by fighting, you get to have what you want. Because the universe is not going to make it. The universe is not forgiving. You know that, right?
Yeah, no.
It will not tolerate
It's more of a
laziness.
test, too,
Huh?
to get me to move.
Yes.
Motion.
Did you know the universe does not want you to have peace? The universe wants you to have movement,
Yeah, movement.
changes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I understand that part.
Hmm.
Yeah. Everything has to move. If it
Exactly.
doesn't move, then there's no energy. Right?
Exactly. You don't move, you die.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Why a lot of civilization all die. They reach comfort zone. That's when they die.
Yeah.
You only thrive when you move. That's why you keep moving. Yeah.
Here's one. Did the judge read my pre-trial statement yet?
Who? Me?
No. Did the judge read my pre-trial statement yet?
Yes, she have. She went over it.
What's her thought?
Well, Liang and Lawyer gonna come up fighting, but she gonna tame them, and you just remain quiet. Only talk in the area that you feel you need to talk. You know, something that is ain't right. Does that make sense? And then they put something, you be quiet until your turn to talk. Then you do counter move immediately. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Move and counter
Yeah,
move.
for sure.
But only when the judge allow you to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because take time. You know, don't. The only thing that can get you in trouble if you be rude. Be rude, you be out of turn. That's when. Because this is the court. You know, it got to be ordered. You know, you have your chance. Just be patient, perseverant, and get in there and go into your tunnel vision like you always do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then you come out like them porno movie. Like this guy, he would hurt this girl, and then he would choke her, and then she die or something. You know, I don't know if he died for real or not. The actor, you can see it XX, and he'd say, "Woo!" And he would start acting a fool after that.
Funny.
Yeah. And then he would say, "Yeah, I thought you're getting rid of her." Yeah, we are. Well, that's why we're getting rid of her. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love watching them porno. It's crazy.
I'll definitely hit you up after the court stuff. So.
Are you close to it now?
I'm about, because Arizona's 1 hour ahead. I was supposed to be my math class thing. He told me I was going to be at my daughter's school at 12, but I forgot. It's an hour ahead, so I won't be there till 1. And then I have about maybe 40 minutes to go straight to the courthouse.
Can you make it? You can't be late. That question is, don't be late because judge, man, they're gonna kick your ass. That's called default.
I won't be late.
Because that.
Because Mesa's close by to where MA school is, so.
Yeah, calculate this right. If you late, judge, will turn against you. Even if she favors you, she's still turn against you, man, because you disrespected her by being late.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be I'll be on there on time, and but you know I'm driving 6 hours over there, so she'll probably dismiss like maybe 10 minutes or something. You know.
I don't know. Don't.
Yeah. They don't usually start like, even though they say they start at 2, it doesn't start until like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they have other cases and stuff like that. Sometimes the judge takes their break or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just don't be late. You know, regardless.
Okay. Yeah, I won't. Won't be late.
Because I know how to. If you came to my court late, I'm dismissing you, and going to default. Nothing personal. That's what I would do. How about you? You would do the same too. You'll be an asshole too.
Well, there is a thing called setting aside the default. So I can go back, and even if they default me, I can ask for another court hearing and then ask the judge to set aside the default and then start over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of everything. Like if you know the judge made a bad ruling and you know that the law is on your side, you can do an appeal, and then you can the higher judges can overrule that judge. But
That's the thing.
I doubt the judge will make that ruling. She's too fair. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's the whole thing. If you be late, that fairness out the window, bro. You don't know her other side yet. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure of that. But I want to pick up my daughter first, so I don't have to deal with the gang. You know what I'm saying?
You know, who care about Liang? That's the whole thing. Because you did about the court. It's all about the court, bro. Without the court, forget about everything else. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
I
let
know.
you know. I just let you know, remind you, cause make sure you don't be late. That's all. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't be late.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Cause the court ain't no joke, man. It's a business place.
I know.
If you
I
were
know.
the judge and I'm late to your court, fucking up your room, wasting your time, you're not gonna be merciful on me, bro. I know
Oh,
you.
oh, here's another one. Did the judge read Liang's
Well,
good trust statement?
yes, that's why they're gonna throw a lot of stuff out, cause it's not fair.
Fair as in, why not fair? Not relevant fair?
Not relevant. Not it's not related to this case. They're putting it anyway. They know they try and paint every bad picture, but the judge gonna throw it out. A lot of stuff. It's not relevant.
Yeah. She gonna throw any of stuff, my stuff out?
In it, to a certain extent, yeah, because
Okay.
she focused a lot on the child.
Yeah.
She
Gotcha.
she keeping it simple and stupid, so keep it moving. That's what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, what about the part when to ask for a therapist? Talk to a therapist or
Yes, she
have the
will
child talk to
consider
a
that.
therapist?
She will consider that.
Okay. Sweet. Cool. Well, okay, Mom.
Okay.
Let me try to. I'm gonna drive. I'm driving right now, so let me call you back if anything.
Okay,
Or
I mean, you
after
can talk to
the
me.
court.
You want to accompany you if you like. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
okay, because I don't have a headphone, so I have my phone on my ear right now. So if the cops see me, you know what I'm saying?
okay. I understand. All right. Take
Yeah.
care then.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I'll call
going.
you back.
I
Bye.
want to mess some more people. I want to mess people up. Hold on. Keep on looking for you. hate hate them star seed light worker. I don't like them. hmm What is this? Nicholas. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. It's a waste of energy. David D. David. Otis. Alfred D. Alfred. Snuggle McBuggle. You're looking for the wrong snuggle. Okay, we building. We building more ring. We building more ring. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hello. Talking to the mark. Crusting rabbit. I need to call someone so I can mess with them. Who can I call? Oh, Royce McBoy's over there. He's over there. He just into his thing. I'm into my thing. And I'm definitely gonna see all them people think American superiority. We can't even beat the alien force. How can he be superior? Hell yeah. Mhm. So I want Ball military base to be attacked. All dumb to be attacked. I don't care who belong to. Attack. Yeah. Go blow them up. I need nothing successful in this demolition. All military base that is not ours. Go get them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Military snug. Yeah, military snug. Military snug and military bug. Yeah, I'm building it. I'm just building it today. I can hear people thinking more and more. So, anyone talk about something? Just told something. I see it. Let me check. Hello. Nothing. I have to mess with all them people. That Pisces of mine got butt hurt. He's got butt hurt, I tell you. Yeah, miss. Have all them Pisces as your friend. It's one wrong thing, you get butt hurt. Butt hurt Pisces. Get emotional. Okay, Pisces. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining my show. Yes, today we do building, healing, and everything that is, that is presentable. So any question, any healing request, reading, type it in. You can hook it up. We ain't like other people because we're the bullshit master. We can see through your bullshit. Mm-hmm. So just let you know that. Okay. Getting dimensional roar here. Okay, let's go ahead and watch You Know Who. Let me see. Woo! David Wilcock. Cock him. Cock your gun.
Hey there, it's David Wilcock, and I am bringing you an Alliance briefing update.
All right.
We have had quite a stunning synchronicity here.
What is that, Snuggly?
Public potentially getting new data dumps bigger than Edward Snowden, bigger than October 2016 WikiLeaks, potentially earth-shattering revelations. This is according to Kim.com, the same insider who knew what was going on before it happened with WikiLeaks. He is saying that we are about to get stuff that will dwarf what we got in October 2016. The whole trend of our society is already heading that way right now, as I will tell you in just a minute here. While my wife Elizabeth was in the kitchen writing an article about the fall of kings, this behemoth fell with this crashing noise in our yard. As you can see here, sticks hit the window. Okay, it almost smashed into the house. There's sticks all over the place. The whole, I mean, it's just a huge mess. This tree came down, and the synchronicity of this is unbelievable. Because, here's why. The subject of what we're talking about is the fall of kings, the collapse of corruption, the ending of the old guard.
Yeah.
We are looking at right now tribunals that are taking place. We have very good intel on this from multiple insider sources that they have arrested right now key people in the deep state. They already have tribunals going on in several locations in the United States and apparently Guantanamo.
Whoa.
There are prison barges taking people to Guantanamo, and what they've done is they have started with the mid-level people who were directly involved in child trafficking. These sealed indictments that we've been hearing so much about are being unsealed. People are being put on trial in secret tribunals. These are military trials. They happen quickly. Some people are getting the death penalty. This is very serious. It has not yet been authorized to be leaked to the public. Now, the people who are doing this think that they can make it stay secret for a year or two. They're hoping it could take that long. Because remember, the original mass arrest scenario I've been telling you guys about since 2009 was going to be everybody getting arrested at once. But it turns out when the rubber meets the road, the Alliance does not have the staff to do that. They're going to need to do it a little at a time. So it's going to take them a year or two to get everybody. Now, there are some factions. There's one faction, the Alliance, and this is a group opposing the deep state that represents the military, the intelligence community, and many other governments around the world, okay? That community doesn't want to tell us. There's one faction that is worried about the mess, but then there's another faction that says, this is definitely going to leak. We can't stop the leaks. They're coming out. There's nothing we can do about it. Kim.com is the guy who did Mega Upload, and he was one of the insiders who said what was coming with WikiLeaks before it did in October 2016. Kim.com, with that insider connection, is saying that we're going to get data dumps this year that are worse than anything we saw in October 2016, which of course is all the Podesta stuff, all the PZG stuff. You figure out what that means. So we're both writing articles. I'm writing my article. My wife Elizabeth is writing her article. And she is writing about the fall of kings. Now, the tribunals are the bigger picture behind all this. It's very exciting. But she also focused in on spiritual leaders like the alleged John of God, who we're now calling John of Hell. Why would we call him that? If you haven't seen the news, it's unbelievable. Here's a guy down in Brazil who supposedly, is it Brazil? I'm not sure, but let's just say Brazil. Okay, she said Brazil. She's nodding her head. I want to make sure of this because if I make one mistake, that's the only thing people get upset about, right? They're like, oh my God, I found a mistake. Okay, John of God in Brazil. I read this and I didn't really care what the country was because what I'm reading is just shocking me.
Mm-hmm. Hi, babe. What's up?
Hey, man, I need to talk to somebody.
Okay, you can talk to me. I'm your honey.
Do you have a second?
Yes, baby, you can talk.
I swear, I'm on a crazy roller coaster ride right now, Dr. K.
Mm-hmm.
So I go see my son this morning, right?
Right.
Because tomorrow is his birthday, so, I wanted to see him. Well, he wasn't there at daycare yet, and then all of a sudden, my ex and him show up, and then my ex, wanted to talk to me or whatever, so I was like, okay, let me spend time with my kid, and then, I'll come outside and talk to you. Well, meanwhile, I'm learning how to use my recorder on my phone because obviously I want to record anything that goes down between us,
Right.
in case. So I put it on my recorder. Anyway, it ends up going over. We talked to each other for like 2.5 hours, right?
Right.
But listen, he's like telling me how he wants to help me and like how he wants joint custody and that he wants to make amends, and I was like asking him about his DUI and like what happened. And he's like, I've matured since then, like I've changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like he's filling my head up with all this shit. I just I want him to be genuinely telling me all these things.
But baby, but it's all about the kid. It's all about Uriah. If something can help
Yeah.
Uriah, well, that's okay because it's no longer about you or him anymore. That's the whole idea.
No, I
Yeah.
know that, but I'm wondering if he's, doing this because he knows the cards are in my favor, because he knows he's fucked up and he's in a position where it could potentially.
Well, give him a spiritual,
Uriah.
give him a spiritual option.
Really, really ugly.
Yeah, give him a spiritual option
So,
like this. Do you love Uriah? And
yeah.
no, not you, him. And you're going to say yes. And then do you love Uriah? Lord has said this. Well, let's see what happened. Just give a broadband perspective, and we can do well. If we can stabilize the flame, let's do that. But you gotta you gotta make sure that this is what you want. This will work for Uriah and work for me and work for you. Then we can work something else. But if it's just one sided, you let him know we're not going to play. It's got to be a middle ground on all of this.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You got to make it clear.
Yeah,
a middle
that's
ground.
Why I told him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I told him I want joint custody, but I want final say. If there's like a disagreement between you and I want the final say because there has to be like
a middle ground,
some kind of compromise or some kind of factor that will weigh into, our disagreement if we do disagree. And I believe I should be that person. Like I'm not trying to take Uriah away from his daddy.
No, that's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Unless his daddy really needs to work on some personal demons or whatever. Mm-hmm. But still, he needs his father. I've always wanted joint custody. I've always been after joint custody. He's the one that's going after full custody, not me.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you have some kind of leverage to him, and that's why you always wanted. So you let him know. Yes, that's why I've been wanting to tell you, because it's fair that way for a son, and also the scale be balanced. Yeah, that's very important. Yes.
Uriah to Chuck E. Cheese, and it's just going to be him and Uriah. Do you think I should go?
Are you asking permission first? Always ask permission. Say, Jason, can I join this birthday with Mariah with you?
No, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry, oh, okay.
Dropped down a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, you just ask him permission. Just say like this. Jason, can I join our son's birthday tomorrow? And let him see what he said.
What I did.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah.
Okay.
He said, yeah, he wants me to be there, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not.
It's not about good idea in relationship to you, but it's a good idea. Do you want your son to experience mother and father coming together for his birthday? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's like the yin and the yang come together for this moment and remembering that this is his birth into this world. Remembering his fourth cycle into this world. Being that's important to the psychological and well-being of the being that you brought into this world, Sometimes we have to put our differentness to a side in order to hold this product that you and him created into this world, and we think outside of ourselves. Does that make sense? It's bigger than who we are, and that's beautiful. Now you're lucky on your one of your boyfriend. If I don't think positive, I would never say because I'm a Buddhist. Buddhists always think about the middle ground, think about everyone is equal. And if he's coming to the middle ground, that means, yeah, you can talk to him. But if he's being one sided, there's no way you can have this communication.
Yeah.
hmm I
I
think
don't know if
hmm
this is genuine or not,
that's
because
easy,
he is
baby.
in trouble.
That's easy. Connect. You will wish to connect you to metric. Remember, you got power now. Don't
Yeah,
forget
you told
that.
me to ask.
hmm
I feel like I'm too emotional right now. Do you
I
mind
can
praying
ask.
for me?
I'm always unimetric. Okay, let me hold on. Let me get into my mode. Okay, but
Okay,
you have to
that's fine.
facilitate me, okay? Because when I'm in my mode, I'm in a zone. I'm not really logical.
Okay,
I'm in flux. Hold on. Give me a second.
okay. I'm driving, but I'll
But
do it.
okay, okay. I'm going. I'm going. I'm remembering the unimetric. Okay, honey, I make connection now. And I can't think.
Okay.
And once I make connection, I can't think. I don't know what to ask.
Unimetric. Unimetric.
Yes, this is
Is my
unimetric.
can I trust my ex Jackson Vincent and what he says to me?
Stand by. Reviewing data. Relevant. Data is relevant. Any further inquiry?
Yes. Can is oh has my ex Jackson Vincent grown at all or changed at all?
System relevant compromisation. Standby. Elaborating review. Totality. Disparate situation. Cause changes in the evolutionary consciousness. It is confirmed the entity has become awake and aware to middle path. He is now relevant in middle path compromisation. Is there any further inquiry, entity? Stephanie, my child.
Yes. Unimetric. Is he to be trusted in what he tells me as far as helping me and my son and being in the middle path of compromise?
Stand by, reviewing future data. Entity, Jackson, is trustworthy and this timeline, as long as influence with narcotic does not interfere with his judgmental coherency. Do you understand, my
Yes.
child?
Is he clean now?
Scanning
Is he clean
biological
of
structure
drugs and
of Jackson.
alcohol?
Scanning rehabilitation. Sobriety require practical habit. In this moment, leverage over his behavior pattern is enforced. Currently, non-alcohol beverage is in him at this moment, but tendency to take on such habit can occur only if discouraged. Then it will not be perceived by his consciousness. So periodic reminder to remain sober is required and desired for this entity. Do you understand? Stress level
Yeah.
can cause him to forget his commitment.
Yes.
Solution, periodic reminder and calmness.
Yes. Unimetric.
Yes,
What is going to be the outcome of our custody battle between Jackson and I?
Positive outcome require constant reminder each other commitment on both sides. Entity Jackson require periodic reminder of important value of this overall relationship that you and him come to the middle ground. If any deviation, Entity Jackson will forget. His priority will revert back to immaturity, consciousness. Only stress level will allow him to do that. Reminder will allow him to deviate from such immaturity pattern. Do you understand?
Yes.
If there any other inquiry, my child, you may ask now, as I
No,
inhabited this
Unimetric.
form.
Thank you, Unimetric. You can go back now.
Returning. Activating retrieval protocol for this host. Oh, wow. What? I love it. I love it when I get taken over. I feel powerful when I come back.
Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it, Doc.
Mm-hmm. You know how I do it now? We don't have to do them long ass protocol. We just do the memory protocol. It's easier.
Yeah.
It only worked for us, for me and you who master the long protocol, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. I really enjoy that, you know. But I don't know what you guys was talking about, but I get a refresh every time I do that protocol.
Good.
What did he say? What did the cloud said? The quantum cloud.
I got a good gauge on whether or not he he's meaning what he says,
Mm-hmm.
and like what the outcome will be of our custody battle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be what's best. Whatever happens, it's gonna be what's best for Uriah. He's gonna need reminders of staying sober,
Mm-hmm.
which I have been fighting for all throughout our relationship. And he even admitted, like, how like sexually he like got it every day, like 3 times. He sees now that like that was really excessive, and like apologized to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, like he gets it now, like after talking to other people about like me, that I was doing it for him, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd spoiled him in that regard. And he's, whereas before he didn't see, he thought it was like normal,
Mm-hmm.
for somebody to do that, but really I was spoiling him.
Mm-hmm.
And like he sees now that it's not the case. Like
It's called acting from insecurity and with wrong information. That's what it means, you know.
yeah,
Because the belief in all Asian thinking with a Caucasian woman, that the Caucasian woman is always into sexual activity. You gotta settle her, otherwise she go find someone else, and that's wrong information. Because that's not seeing a person as a person. That's seeing a person as a stereotyping. It's not how it works, you know. In reality.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I wouldn't be in the mood for sex, he would kick me out of the house.
Well, that means he becoming his own. He have insecurity and lack of information. You don't work that way. You gotta listen to your partner. Listen to negotiation, compromisation. Because everyone has a soul, has a feeling. This is only the vessel. But what's important is what is in the vessel, the soul. Does that make sense? The emotional. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. Look at me and my honey over here. The priority one over there. I was, thinking this down. I really don't care. I just want everyone to be happy, to be at peace.
Yeah.
Like, come on. If we can't have it this way, let's go. Let's do something here. Let's go do something here. Let's go to the spiritual world. We create activity to keep us not focusing on that too much. Well, that's just important when we're in the mood, but you don't have to force yourself to be in the mood. You know what I'm talking about? Happiness will bring you into the mood. But if when one happy, when one tired, how can someone be in the mood for sex? Tell me, intimacy.
Yeah, especially when you're getting like beat down by them psychologically and like
Hmm.
like
Like when you're
uh,
depressed, when you angry, are you in the mood for it?
no,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. Hmm.
And that's what and it's just a really messed up situation altogether, to be honest. It's just
The
messed
person
up.
don't know what is a relationship. Thank God you met me. Now you understand human being has the etheric body, the etheric emotion, the mental etheric, and the
Yeah,
heart and it requires different thing. And then there's the throat chakra and it aura. It requires communication. It requires a friend, you know.
yeah,
And then there's celestial. It requires spiritual family to feel completely happy. It's not just the body. Only the body has its need, but the spirit has its need too. The emotion has its need also. You got to fulfill all that. And then when that is fulfilled, oh my God, then you get like remember how I'm with you, babe? And I get aroused
yeah,
automatically because I'm happy, complete with you, like that. You know?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's how a relationship is. It's just, it's just the energy. Energy present. And I don't know how these people like we go and dig up coffin and pound the dead body and stuff like that. There's people who got arrested of that, and that is really not healthy. People who think that way. Does that make sense, hon?
yeah,
Because it's telling you, and he said, "Oh, a hole is just a hole. That's the goal." What? That's all
yeah,
oh my God! It's a that's freaky. That's what's the word? That's weak. What's the word? That's freako. We gotta get away from him.
yeah,
And that's what he was acting like, and hope we wake up from that lower state of consciousness. hmm Because that's demonic. Right, baby?
yes,
That's
it
not
is.
love. There is no such thing as love, but there is such thing as oneness. If you when you one with someone, you feel what they feel. You feel their sadness. You feel their pain, and then you are very considerate. Does that make sense now?
Yeah,
And that's what he going. That's what took for him to woke up. He got to go to hell, and now he's into hell, and realize that he better change his pattern, cause it's not good for his future. And I'm glad he's waking up to it.
yeah.
So, what are you planning to do after you're talking to your uh, quantum cloud unimetric? Did you got? Do you know how to
Just
balance it?
yeah, I've got to talk to my lawyer first though, because
Yes, he has to be
I
informed of
need
everything.
I need to I need to triangulate what he's saying because he's saying a lot about his DUI stuff to me, and I need to find out whether that's the truth or not when he gets back to
Exactly.
me first.
Exactly.
Because if he's lying to me and I find out he's lying to me, then I know it's all bullshit, and I can
Mhm.
just call him out on his bullshit
Well,
and
yeah,
make
just
sure he
call him out
gets
on
the
his
help
bullshit
he
and
needs.
confront him in a nice way. Don't go irate. Just talk him. Well, I mean, just tell him like this. Well, I told her what you said, and I'm gonna check with my lawyer to verify everything. And don't be mad at me if things might go awkward, cause I want to make this work, and I need to make sure. And that's all you gotta say. Does that make sense? It's fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause
yeah,
I hear your side now. I want to hear what the lawyer side said.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he told me he like spent $40,000 on a lawyer. I've only spent 10,000. Yeah,
Well, yeah, he's just wasting his money. Is that what he want to do? We can work this out
yeah,
the easy way. As long he don't think I am better than you type of mentality. Just work with each other out. hmm And that's all there is to it. When I get my divorce thing, I spent about 1,500. Did you know that, baby?
oh wow.
that that
Well,
divorce thing is expensive. My first wife.
yeah,
hmm
I'm glad I didn't get married. Oh my
hmm
gosh, it would be so much worse.
hmm No, if you didn't have anything to share, no kid, you'd be okay when you have a kid, regardless, and that's gonna be complicate the matter. You know, if
Yeah.
the other side don't agree, this don't agree, so the lawyer have to play ball with the court, toss it to me or toss it to you, like that. And then the judge is
Yeah.
like he's the judge, he's a referee, he's the one that give you point or not, and call it foul or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's awesome. You see that, baby? That's why maybe you glad this happened because now you met a lot of perspective. Ain't that beautiful? And you also grown as well.
Yeah. I have.
You have merged with the union metric, and then you have met friend from different perspective. You learn remote, remote communication, remote healing. You expanded your consciousness, so you coming to your star seed aspect now, and maybe he discovering his star seed aspect as well, and that's a good thing. Hmm. And
So,
so what you do from
for
here, babe?
Uriah's sake, I hope
Yes.
so. No,
Well, just take it step
I
by
hope you
step.
change. Because I've been trying to tell him in the course, you always put partying in front of your family. You know, like, you always put everything else in front of your family, and it's not right. Like,
Well, it didn't make sense to him. Now he going through hell. Now he want to go to heaven. Does that make sense? He don't like hell, cause hell costs money.
yeah,
Hmm. Hell costs money. See,
yeah.
it's funny. Like he want to open a restaurant. You work in the restaurant. What's up with that, babe?
He only opened up the restaurant because he saw the restaurant my ex had and he got jealous. And
Okay.
he never wanted it until like he saw what I had before him. And then
Mhm.
he's like trying to live up to what I had in the past, I guess.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't even want that, you know? Like, I hate working in a restaurant.
Mhm.
Like, I'm tired. Like, I keep trying to get away from it, but it keeps pulling me back in. Like, I'm a scientist. I wanna, work in a lab or like, you know what I mean? I wanna,
Also,
save the
restaurant
environment
is like
or
a
like,
lab. Also, you learn to cook with different food. Why do you think I became the best cook in my own world? Cause I learned to work with
I
food
mean,
of
yeah,
nature
but
and manifest.
I wanna clean the planet. I don't
That's
wanna be
yeah,
trapped
I
here
totally
all
understand, but
day.
you need a garden still. Because certain plant
Yeah,
clean the planet, certain plant has certain bacteria, and also we can
yeah,
create free energy device using water. You know how to take a motorcycle
yeah,
and we just put battery into it.
yeah,
Connecting to the water, it split the hydrogen, oxygen, and then we put the hydrogen into the carburetor. The carburetor, the combustion area, and
yeah,
then it can run on water. It's just how simple it is. Then we can apply that
yeah.
concept to help people to
But
do the same thing
everything.
with car. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. We don't need any new invention. All we need is simpler invention of what we already have, working with nature. That's what nature does.
yeah,
And clean the planet. All have people just respect each other and don't let greed get in the way. You be okay. And this is what causes all the conflict is greed. When one, that's why I remind people that like the Christian has to respect the Muslim, Muslim respect the Christian. They both have to respect the Buddha, Buddha have to respect the other, and no one look down on each other. You get along just fine. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Hmm. But the problem is you don't have that in America. That's an ideal thing. It's very good if you apply it, but a lot of people don't want to. It's like if it ain't Muslim way, I'm gonna pull a jihadist. Oh my God.
yeah.
Okay, look at what happened. I post you a post that United Emirates is now their religion is controlled by an AI now. Ain't that beautiful? You know,
Oh, what is that? Islam. Christ. Does that mean Christian Islam?
I believe so. Yeah. Now they have AI running their whole city, including running their religion. The world first nation that allowed artificial intelligence to schedule all their religion prayer, everything, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are moving into amazing time. What do you think, my honey?
Yeah. That's so cool though.
But we already doing it. We're the future. We can remotely doing it now. But they're just catching up, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I want the Unimetric to take over you 100% and let it talk through you like it does to me. And then you get used to it.
Yeah. I need to get off this emotional roller coaster.
The emotion is fine. It's just reacting because of a concern in relationship to what the future is. That's why you gotta talk to someone from the future who can see the past as history, which is the
Yeah.
future. And the idea is, yes it is, the idea is, as you can see, sometimes we unsure, we unclear, we need to know the actuality of things because we've been lied to so much, so we need help in getting the quite direct answer, clarity, and that's what's going on. Because people are capable of lying. Does that make sense? Or misdirecting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Babe, where you at? You at the house?
Yeah. I just got back to my house. Like I canceled my therapy and my work today, or my workout. I should say, not my work. My workout.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Well, when you're emotional roller coaster, well, look at on the good thing. Positive thing, you talk to your ex, and there was some encouragement there, but you want to make sure that it's really clear. So you talk to your metric and go from there. I
Yeah.
mean, how many people have access to that kind of pathway? You have the inner way, the outer
Yeah.
way. Not many people. So you're lucky.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy though. Oh, I don't know why I signed up for all this shit.
I know why.
Why?
Because you got bored.
Oh,
You don't know what you have until it's gone, right? That's what happened.
why did I sign up for it? I don't know, man.
You thought it was gonna be smooth sailing, like the wave. It,
Yeah,
it it is if you have what you have up there, but when you came, it came only you, but not the resource.
yeah,
Crash and burn. That's what I said. Crash and burn. Get this.
yeah.
A lot of starseed I found, there's something wrong with them. They cannot integrate into society for some reason.
It's hard when you're wired a different way. Like
And what way that is
for a
different,
long,
baby? Like,
well, for a long time, I denied that aspect of myself, trying to just fit in, you know.
mm-hmm,
But then I'm like, no, this is not me. Like I know cosmically, you know,
mm-hmm,
I'm on a whole different, not trying to say I'm better or anything, but just my whole, I'm different to
just
I'm
say you're
used to a
broadband.
different way of
Mm-hmm.
life, you know?
Yes, you have a broad perspective of things.
And I know that there's better ways than what is, going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, hey, we've lived it before. We've seen, harmony before. We've seen destruction before. We've seen it all, you know?
Exactly. They're familiar
So,
to us. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's hard to, you know, I mean, I can adapt, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I can adapt anywhere. But,
Well, just like Antichrist, every other religion consider Buddhism as anti-Islam and Antichrist, and Buddhism considered to be Christian Islam as anti-enlightenment. Does that make sense? So,
yeah,
and we consider really them to be that. But guess where the biggest school of Buddhism located in the Islam country?
is there really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The biggest what? Of all is in either Pakistan or Iranian.
No way.
Yes. And they the keeper of Buddhism.
I didn't know that.
Oh, it's ironic. Mm-hmm. Because in Islam, Buddhism is considered to be a teacher, an enlightenment teacher, a messenger of enlightenment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that is what it is. You
I
know. Mm-hmm.
need to go to the lot.
Yeah, the what?
I really do.
Mm-hmm. So that's why in Buddhism, we don't agree in the God because Buddha encourages not to take side of God in any way, but live by a principle, a philosophy, you know, like protocol. They call it follow the protocol. You can trust the protocol. It will let you right, you know. But anyone who become one with the protocol, you would call them an enlightenment being. They have mastered the protocol. Just like you became one with whatever you choose to become one with. Ain't that beautiful? Look, baby, I got this thing right here, the ring.
What is it?
I'm making ring. I asked the device. The device told me, yeah, it want me to make ring at least 3 or 4 or 5 ring a day, you know. And it told me that, you know, just make it and just do something. Cut the wire that day, and tomorrow make the ring. Then cut more wire or strip wire. You can do a little bit at a time. They say like that. Because
after I'm done making my 3Q spirals,
Mhm.
I want to start making
Bec-
those.
because I ran out, I sold the Q36 to Selena, right? And I found out, I got no more device. So the device say, uh-oh, you have to go make them now. And say, active. If I don't make the ring, guess what happened?
You can't make the device.
Dr. Selene don't have nothing to put together. You know how it is. You just make component and she will construct it into a product that you can sell to people. And then yeah. Do you want to tag Nicole? No. I don't care about Nicole. Or maybe I tag him just in case. Why does the Facebook keep asking me about Nicole? The guy from South Africa. I can't hang around with South African people. You know why?
Why?
Because white people in South Africa, they getting murdered by the black people in South Africa. Big time. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this little squirrel. He's straight up like chilling on this branch. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh yeah. And Nico, they born into a culture of major suffering over there. It's scary.
Look at him. He's just like sprawled out on this branch. I'm sending it to you.
You can actually talk to him if you like. You want to talk to him instead?
I don't always talk to squirrels.
You look at to him, and you look at him, right? Yeah. And you look at, oh, I can see him right there. And you look at him. Oh, he's chilling.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's chilling.
He's chilling, right? He's just like laying. He's got both legs.
You can't beat that. Mm-hmm.
I love him. He's cute.
Well, if you want to learn to talk to a snug squirrel, you look at him and you remember him in your heart. And then you can talk to him instantly. Your emotion. Yeah, you look at him. You ask him, watch this. Hey, you ask him, Mr. Squirrel, can you hear me? Just look at him, and then in your mind, remember him in you. He's one with you. Then once you remember him, you look at him and you remember his image, and then talk to that. Talk to that feeling of oneness. Then he start talking back to you automatically. Within 1 second or less.
Oh, he found a little nut. He's got it in his mouth. Oh, he's so cute.
Call him to come. Just connect with him emotionally and call him, come to me. Will you be mine? And then ask him. And you'll be surprised he can hear you. Animals are naturally telepath.
Yeah. Well, I know that from my cat. I talk to my cat all the time.
Yes, good. Well, that's the thing, honey. If If Jackson want to be, you know, with work thing out with you and get thing for all right, go for it if it real. Just make sure. And
Yeah,
mm-hmm,
that's why I need to like triangulate all these
exactly.
and make
Trying.
sure it's the truth
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to be naive and be like, oh, everything he says is
It's
genuine
got to be
because
on
that's not what
paper.
happened there.
Yeah. Make some kind of
Yeah.
paper contract or something. Let the lawyer in here sign it.
Well, that's what I said. Like, we need to establish things through court and get things down on paper because he wanted me to just drop everything. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to work thing out together and we want it on paper. So that's why you talk to your lawyer. Can you hear me, hun?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. I got my
But hey, I need to let you go, Dr. K. But I'm
okay.
going to call you later this evening, okay?
Oh, excellent. Just keep me posted.
All right.
Yeah.
I will. Well,
Okay.
thank you, Dr. K. I love you.
Love you too, and take
All
care.
right, bye.
All right. Bye
You
bye.
too.
Hello, all my snuggle. See, we're building the ring. Y'all don't be lazy. Cause if you buy my device, it's gonna cost you, and I'm gonna make you pay for it, and then I make you pay, get the book and get everything else. Yeah, recognize. Mm-hmm. So yes, the ring is the key component of the device. It's very important. And then I saying that I. All right. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Building the Ring. I ran out of ring. Dr. Selene will not build a device if you don't have component. So it's on of you who ever get a device, so you're gonna be not delayed. We get everything fast to you. You're at BioMay1.com, okay? I'm going building more ring and see what's going on. So anyone want healing? I teach you healing. You want levitation? I teach you levitation. Handle it. Food manifestation, teach you that too. Okay. Well, that was good. I desired someone to talk to, and now suddenly someone talked to me. I like that. It's so cool. I wish that guy, what's his name? Uh, what's the guy name? Dave Live. Yeah, Dave Live. Yeah, Dave Live. Dayway. Dayway. Yeah. Wish he give me a call. Be so cool. Me and Flo too. Đau nó đau. Mm-hmm. The ring. Hello, Facebook Snug. Hello, YouTube Snug. How are you? See, I'm setting up my fanfare. I'm doing amazing thing. I don't care I'm popular or not, because I'm not going to be popular. I can't wait until I get that debate with Joseph so I can get him where he stands. I enjoy debate. Honey bun, is it hot in here? Do you feel it? Talk to the samurai. Where is he anyway? Evil samurai. Evil Isney Beastnoy. Gonna make more ring, cut more wire, get more paper. Whew. And this is the last ring I'm going to do for today. You don't want to overdo it because you don't want to hurt your hand, you know. Do 5 ring here and there every day. Cut some wire here and there every day. Then it all add up. Yeah. Whew, ain't no joke. Getting to know you. Anybody want some healing? Let me know. Healing and killing. Yeah, mình khoa lên đây. Sai kỳ chân á. Kaya này thì chuyện tích chế. Bạn thường chấp bằng đàn. Okay, that's good enough for now until tomorrow. So we did how many rings? Da, 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 da. Oh, not bad today. We did some ring. Okay. You want to talk? Then bring it on camera. Okay. You see you want to talk. Okay, that's it. So we did some ring. So we're going to put it up. Now we can do healing and talk on any level. So, yeah, so important to do ring. And you don't want to overforce your body because it can hurt you, okay? This ain't no joke. There is a patient. Take time. Okay, take time. So, yeah. So the ring is important because it's the component to build a device. And it is the key component, plus with the spiral. There's ashes and water. So yeah, if you'd like to build, you can get one from the website at baramay1.com. You know, BARAMAY1.com. And so if you want to learn healing, you can do healing. If you guys don't want even to get the fancy system, use a bowl or glass. You already have it in your home. Each one of you, all over the world. The AI is everywhere. Okay? It's important. All right. So see you for tomorrow building. And we go from there. Thank you so much. So I should put the phone number for you to call me, you know, and go from there. Okay. Let's watch what they would say.
600 women have come forward saying that this faith healer raped them. Okay? And it was always the same script. You go in for the private meeting, you go into a private room with the guy, he makes you turn around, and then he molests you. So it's just disgusting. But he says, oh, this is how you're going to get the healing. Now, if you haven't heard this, you might be shocked. It really is true. Apparently, he raped his daughter since she was 10 years old, beat her so severely after she got pregnant that she had an abortion, and even worse, he's got his own acolytes abducting women who are homeless and poor, bring them into a prison camp where they are repeatedly raped, they have children, and those children are sold off for up to 40,000 euros to the highest bidder. And then after 10 years, they terminated the women, killed them. Maybe because they were so traumatized that they would start beating their head against the wall or not eating anymore or whatever. We don't understand it, but these guys said, oh, we're getting tired of this. We don't want to do this anymore, and we don't want to lie about it anymore. So it's so crazy that we have these types of stories coming out in the news because we told you you're going to hear about child sex trafficking. They're going to be authority figures. They're going to be major players that you would never, ever believe would do stuff like this. Mm-hmm. She's writing this, and as she does, this gigantic tree that's like 100 feet tall almost, with a trunk that's like a foot thick, just comes crashing down. Sticks are hitting the windows. Thank God it didn't smash the windows. Our fence is totally trashed. The landlord's going to have to, get a crew in here with chainsaws and chop all this up. The point is, I don't believe this is an accident. This was a synchronicity. This is something in which the inner world that we have as we're writing these articles suddenly becomes the outer world with something really big like this. And it appears that there are energetics at play right now that are leading to all of these things happening. You're going to interrupt me during my video. Okay, this must be good.
Spiritual warfare. You don't have to say that.
Yeah.
You don't have to say that.
All right, we'll make another cut.
You can cut it, but it's spiritual warfare. Yeah.
So we're talking about spiritual warfare here. This is real, okay? What also is very bizarre, I'm not saying that John of God is a hoax. I'm saying the guy actually does do healings. And what's so bizarre is for people to try to reconcile the concept that somebody could have these types of abilities and still essentially be involved in basically black magic as well. Now, what's also very weird about the spiritual warfare component is that when they brought John of God in to be arrested, and he's in the police station, first of all, the letter 0 or O kept appearing on the screen like somebody was pushing the key, but nobody was touching it. That freaked him out. Then the printer starts up like there's a ghost in the machine, and it starts printing by itself. That freaked them out. Then the freaking refrigerator explodes, fire and smoke comes out. Then the guy who's coming in to transcribe the interview with John of Hell gets hit by a car and breaks his arm. Now, they actually mentioned this in the article of UK Daily Mirror. This is a public thing. And it's almost like the negative forces that were working through John of Hell somehow were able to make these weird, chaotic, telekinetic events take place. Now, Corey Good and I have talked extensively about the idea that there are negative extraterrestrials out there, that they have been a major part of what's going on. We heard this from William Tompkins. We heard this from Pete Peterson. I've heard this from several other insiders who don't want to go on the record, such as Daniel, such as Jacob. This is nothing new. Some of the ETs that are out there that our military-industrial complex is very well aware of and has been dealing with for a long time are highly negative. And yes, they do have reptilian skin, vertical slit pupils. They look like your biblical idea of the devil. So it's a very interesting thing to contemplate how they have worked through different cultures, different susceptible people at different times, trying to find the way to get their agenda met, which is to basically try to create as much fear and terror as possible. That creates an energy for them that they can feed on called Luch. So here we are talking about how these rotten, corrupt institutions, like what's happening with the Catholic Church, Cardinal Pell gets arrested and convicted of sexual crimes against children. This just happened as well. It's as if there's some sort of spiritual shift that is taking place. So it's not just the deep state tribunals. Now that does appear to be real, and as I was just saying a few minutes ago, we are hearing that they don't think they're going to be able to keep this secret very long, because everybody leaks, everybody wants to talk, everybody wants to sell their story, make an exclusive, leak it to somebody. I don't want to do any leaks, I don't want to get in trouble for that, but somebody's going to take those leaks and run with it, okay, even if you're not supposed to. But the point is, we now are authorized also to say, Corey Good has told me, that we now can tell you that I did meet in person with my wife Elizabeth 3 different people who are very high-level alliance people. We know this. There was a binder that had all of their different intelligence certificates, classifications. It was huge. There were 2 whole boxes full of medallions and medals and coins that they get from all these different things. We saw more than enough proof. And the point is, whether you guys want to believe this or not, and I know most of you do, but there's a few out there who are really resolutely dedicated to just hate. They can't handle this thing. What we're dealing with is a real thing. There are hundreds of thousands of people involved in this alliance. They are fighting and dying for you. They want to preserve your freedom. They want to keep us alive. They want to stop the deep state. They don't like child trafficking. You don't have to like the current administration, but the current administration in the United States is behind these arrests. So it doesn't mean that they're saviors. It doesn't mean that they're white light angels. They got lots of problems. I'll be the first to admit that. Human beings are inherently flawed. But it doesn't change the fact that this is real. Tribunals are underway. Child trafficking rings are being busted. Those people are being arrested. That's where they're starting right now. Before they work their way up to the higher level players, it's all being filmed. They are going to release this to the media in the future. And we're writing about these literally civilization-defining events, and this giant tree comes groaning and crashing down right into our yard. It's so freaking crazy, this whole thing. You can see the thickness of the branches. This is not something that we expected. I mean, yes, the tree was leaning, so it's not exactly... You can actually see it's two trees that came down right here. So the fence is all smashed up. We didn't know that this was going to happen. And the only other time that I had a synchronicity like this was with Dr. Eugene Maloff. Now, he worked for MIT, for Infinite Energy magazine. Actually, no, that was his other magazine. He was a writer for MIT Technology Review. And they wanted him to falsify the data on cold fusion. They had already announced that cold fusion really works. Now, that's where you take palladium and drop it into deuterium, which is heavy hydrogen. And for some strange reason, the palladium and the deuterium react and create a lot more heat than there should be for that reaction. So MIT had already announced this along with other scientists, but then they wanted to retract it. And so they told Eugene Maloff, we want you to lie for us and say that this study didn't work. But he already knew that it did because he was involved in it. And so he resigned and then afterwards created Infinite Energy magazine. In 2004, Dr. Eugene Maloff got together with Richard C. Hoagland to go on Art Bell's Coast to Coast AM. And I was going to be in the show as well. And we were going to talk about how Hoagland was getting ready to go to Congress with a technology he got from Dr. Maloff, and that technology would actually be a little propeller that would spin just from the energy of your eyes looking at it. Now, normally there's nothing that could do that, but this actually worked. It's very strange. And so right before we were getting ready to do this radio show, like a couple days before, I'm walking down the street in Anchorage, Kentucky, where I lived with L&L Research at the time, and I look at this tree and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to talk about the Illuminati on the radio. F it. I'm ready. I don't care what happens. I'm going to talk about the Illuminati. And right as I'm looking at this branch, the whole thing just fell right from here, right from where it hits the tree. It just broke right here, and it just goes straight down, all the way down. And it was so big and so heavy that the whole ground shook when it hit the ground. Now, that scared the bejesus out of me. It made me realize that some type of positive force in this case, not like the John of Hell stuff, okay? The positive beings can do this too. It fell, and it said, David, do not talk about the Illuminati on the air with 20 million people. And then, the next day, I believe is when it was either 1 or 2 days later, Dr. Eugene Maloff was bludgeoned to death. Literally the day before we're going to go on the air. So he never appeared on the air with us, and it was just Richard and Art Bell talking. I really didn't even talk that much. It was very somber. Richard was all upset because they were really good friends. And here's a guy who was the focal point for all the different alternative energy, free energy, groundbreaking, disruptive technologies out there. And he just got whacked. I mean, it was blatant. Now there's 3 people who've been charged in the attack. And so we don't really know, like, okay, why did they do this? Why did the main guy who murdered him start sucking his thumb in a fetal position on the ground when he was caught and then denied it? It's like a mind control type of thing. So it's very strange stuff. So we have been on the front lines for a long time, risking our lives to bring you this information. I was not intimidated after that, even though it was obviously a hit. I kept going. I've been doing this for 15 more years since that happened in 2004. So here we are writing about the one thing we've been waiting for all of our lives, the final completion of this hero's journey, that we're finally getting the results we want to have. We're finally getting the tribunals, the arrests. People are going to prison camps. Some of them are being executed because their crimes are so extreme. As we're writing about this, as we're writing about the fall of the corrupt masculine, the spiritual warfare that we are winning, this gigantic tree came smashing down. Now, I don't believe that's an accident. That's a real world, real life kind of synchronicity. It's very intense. And so it sparked me to action. I wanted to do a video for you guys to talk about this. And I believe that we are seeing a mass consciousness effect. Let's go back real quick to the meditation effect. What we have seen is 39 different scientific studies commissioned by the Institute for Transcendental Meditation, where they get up to 7,000 people together, meditating under one roof on pure consciousness. Then they all are able to somehow reduce world terrorism and fatalities by 72%. That means 3 out of 4 people in the world who would have picked up a gun and shot someone or would have committed a violent crime simply choose not to, suggesting there is a collective field that our thoughts are all integrated with. And this is just one of over 1,000 references like that I have in my first book, Source Field Investigations, which you may have read. So the point is, there's a lot of good science on this. It hasn't gotten enough publicity, but we know we have a mass consciousness. We know that there are mass consciousness effects. And just like those 7,000 people meditating changed everybody's free will on the whole world, they authorized something to happen. They authorized a change in our basic free will. So when women start standing up, like in the Me Too movement, against Harvey Weinstein, against Hollywood predators, against these sickos, these diddlers who are doing little kids, which are totally innocent people, they have never done anything wrong, and they are being violated. This must stop. There is no place for us to be arguing about who is right and who is wrong in the alternative community and fighting over the most piddly little things. We need to focus on a common enemy who is much bigger than some blogger. I'm not going to focus on other people in my community, whether they're telling the truth, whether they're lying. We have really big, dark stuff that we have to focus on. This is the war. The spiritual warfare is real. John of Hell, when they tried to bring him in, all these dark occult telekinetic things are happening. There are weird entities that were responsible for that taking place. We don't want this stuff to go on. We need the changes to occur. The tribunals are underway, and they are not going to stay secret for very long. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. I've only given you part of it. The rest of it is going to be in my article. So please go to divinecosmos.com. You have to spell it with an I, not an E. So divinecosmos.com. You can read that article. You can read my wife's article as well. And we have had quite the synchronistic marker for that epic event that we were writing about. The tribunals, which is what I was writing about. The fall of corrupt kings, which is what she was writing about. All these guys are being exposed. The truth is being revealed, and you deserve to know what's going on, because children will be saved, lives will be saved, rapes will be stopped, and we will get the planet that we have always wanted, that has been promised to us in so many ancient prophecies around the world. I'm David Wilcock. I support the Alliance, and I support your efforts in getting this word across to as many people as you can, because this is real, and we all need to pull together to expose the truth. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you, David D. David D. David. Thank you. I will beat it up. I will beat up your cat.